uncontrollable anger, aggressive temper, short fuse, all terms we use to describe what scientists call intermittent explosive disorder, or IED. According to Harvard University researchers, it affects approximately 3 to 4% of people. But now a new pill that reportedly acts on a chemical linked to anger could make it possible to keep your tempers in check.
See, little does anyone know, I pop these in your drink before every show.
Here, needs the anger pill.
Listen,
I don't know if I would. He
I have
gets
the best,
intense
I have
at
the
times.
best anger pill in the world. You ready for this?
Yes.
My wife.
Well, the funny thing about it is, I will say that I do think that women do a great job of calming men down when possible. 3 to 4% of people have this, though. And in fairness, Drew, I've heard you before when you shut your door. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on behind that door, but he is not happy. He is not a happy man.
And then he comes out and brushes his hair back and acts like everything is okay.
And then he's fine. And then you're fine.
You have to just let it out.
He still, my office is next to his. He still comes out looking perfect.
I go, let me get myself back together.
Now, the question I have, just to take this to a serious place, is intermittent explosive disorder can theoretically, in fits of rages, is when people will commit crimes even.
Or self-harm,
Could this be something that might be utilized in the world of psychology and psychiatry to prevent folks from potentially harming themselves or others? Because if it could, it would be a huge boom.
Look, I think that's interesting possible advance of where we are in research and development and drug companies and big pharma. But the concern, and I think this is a legitimate concern, is that are we medicalizing everything?
Yes,
are we medicalizing every emotion, every behavior, every condition, and then be treating all of those things with medication?
But I think, as Travis says, if it's 3 to 4%, and you can really diagnose those 3 to 4%, I'd be open to it.
I'll give you an example.
With post-traumatic stress disorder and major depression and intermittent explosive disorder. And I think that when you're really dealing with those types of patients, ones who cannot function in society without getting angry and flying off.
And they take it out on somebody else.
I was sewing up a guy's face once in the ER. It was like 3 a.m. on a Saturday night, and he had been in a fight. And he was sort of in and out of sleep while I was doing it. And he woke up, and he gave me this look. And I don't know if he was disoriented or what, but he tried to grab my tools and come after me. And if I had a pill or something I could have put in his IV at that moment in time, I would have nipped this in the bud. I would have gone for it.
I had one of those stories, too. I'm sewing somebody, and I said, excuse me, sir, would you please hold still? And I put pressure on his chest to keep him down. He got up and started chasing me around the sewing area with suture out of his face.
But here, what we are talking about with intermittent explosive disorder, it's a real, true disorder, disrupts your life, disrupts your relationships. If you fear you may suffer from this, it is worth talking to someone, getting some help, certainly having therapy, because this can not only disrupt lives, in some cases, it can even end them if it does lead to violent behavior.